the drinking is. I watch people. It's always funny to me. Like you tasting it, you drinking it. Why I gotta have one? Is it gonna make it taste better if I have one?
It does. If my friends aren't drinking with me, I'm not drinking.
Right.
But like if I'm gotta drink alone, it make me feel like an alcoholic.
But you are though. So you just don't want to feel like it. I don't mind being an alcoholic, but I don't want to feel like it.
I mean.
Welcome to the Sundae Scoop. I'm Callie Scott, and this is Rich. We are the host for tonight. This is the podcast that happens live during the Chocolate Sundaes comedy show.
The Sundae Scoop. We're here. And we got Lani Crooks in the building.
Hello.
Sorry for putting your whole government name out there. I apologize.
It's okay.
And also joining us at the table for today, we got Malik S.
What's up? I feel a little.
Brother Malik.
I feel like y'all taller than me sitting there.
Sit up straight.
Malik currently plays the role of Trey on CBS's The Neighborhood, on which he's also a producer on. Congrats on that. Coming soon from him and CBS will be the new show that he has written called The Monroes and Tony. He also just toured in Cairo and Egypt. Isn't Cairo in Egypt?
Yes.
Yeah. Why is it? Okay.
Whoever working for you.
Yeah. And he reps his hometown, Wigington, Florida, pretty heavy.
No, I'm from Miami. I don't know where you get that from. Somebody messed it up. Hey, man, it don't matter. I'm here.
Why is Rich acting brand new? I don't understand.
What? Okay, so the point of this
I'm here, though.
two truths and a lie.
Wait, what's happening?
That's how you're supposed to say it and then say, one of these are clearly a lie.
One of these are clearly a lie.
Wait, so he don't know what the fuck he doing?
Yeah, why are you acting like we didn't just talk about this?
This is a confusing situation that we got here at the top. Okay, so it's two truths and a lie. And that was apparently the lie. Wigington, Florida.
Did you know that was a real city in Florida?
I did not
and
know
you're
that.
from Florida.
Well, I'm not from Florida. I'm from Miami.
What does that mean?
Well, because he
I'm
also
not from-
toured in Cairo and in Egypt.
I'm not
so.
from Florida because Miami's his own thing. I never even been to Florida.
You just Miami.
Yeah, I'm from
People from Miami don't claim the rest of Florida?
No,
I
ain't
didn't know
never
that.
been to Florida. I can't even tell you what it's like.
You know, when you hear all those weird stories about things happening in Florida, it's usually not Miami. That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it's always in Florida, though. Anything weird happening is always in Florida.
Exactly. No, I wouldn't advise you not to go to Florida. Go to Miami. You can fly straight to Miami. You don't have to connect in Florida.
Did you start doing comedy in Miami?
In Miami, yeah.
Not in Florida.
Not in Florida, but I did shows in Florida before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. It's cool.
Yeah.
It ain't Miami.
What's the best thing in Miami?
Can you turn my mic
What's the
down?
best thing in Miami?
Well, it was me, but now I'm here. So.
When did you leave?
2011.
Okay.
For a while, yeah.
You were doing comedy already?
I was doing comedy already, yeah. When I came here before, I think you were here. You know how I guess y'all do the, what is it called?
First impression.
First impression thing. I never did that
Yeah, so what was your story?
because I was already doing comedy.
Okay.
Like, Pookey
well,
already
first
had
of all,
knew me.
lots of people are already doing comedy and
But I was
they do
good
first impressions.
already
yeah.
at that
I mean,
time.
but how did he know that?
Word of mouth. Like,
Okay, yeah.
People he trusts.
Okay. Yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
we still do that.
Yeah.
But very few people will like vouch for people now, though.
Right. But it was a different time too. It was a time where, I don't want to age myself. Where if certain,
We know you old.
If a person vouched for you, you was really that dude. It wasn't because you on social media. It was just because you really good. So it was a different time back then to get that. Now you don't really need that because you can just show your phone and people be like, okay, well we got to book them.
We don't do that, though.
Yeah,
We don't care about
absolutely
numbers. In fact, sometimes the ones with the most numbers are not funny. Okay? I need something to sip. I need let me borrow your.
I've seen it time and time again.
I'm gonna just give me a little sip. I ain't got nothing
Social
to do with
media
that.
numbers does not equal funny.
I mean, we know that, but on the business side of things, It makes sense. Like,
we don't do that.
I'm not one of those comics that'd be like, oh, I'm like, yeah, it's a business. It's ass and seats. So if these people could sell tickets, why not?
No, but that's why. Okay, listen, that is the number one thing I'm most proud of about Chocolate Sundaes, and that's what Pookey created back in the day. That's what we don't ever promote
That's
comics.
great.
People always wonder that.
That's good for that's what I like about this room. But I'm just saying overall comedy club business model, not just this night. I'm just saying if you open 6 days a week, if you got a dude with 3 million followers and 20% of his followers is in that city, hey, why not? I mean, you know what I mean? And I'm a comic saying this because I get the business side of things. I mean, it's all cool. A comedian should be funny, but at the end of the day, a comedy club first is food and drinks. It's a restaurant with entertainment. That's what a comedy club is.
No, I'll tell you why not. I actually made a post about this a couple years ago. Because that's what I think is going to kill comedy. Because I think comedy clubs are booking off social media numbers, like you said, to get the tickets. People who don't do stand-up, who are not familiar with going to stand-up, are going to go to clubs, and they're not going to be funny. And they're going to think that stand-up sucks because they're seeing these people who aren't funny on stage. So they might get the business for that night, but those people aren't going to return to shows.
I feel like they will, because it's like if you do it based on what you said, but then next week you come back, if you had like a Instagram dude Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you have D-Ray coming on the weekend, people still gonna come on the weekend because D-Ray's a certified real funny comedian that has a big following. So people still, they're not gonna not go see D-Ray because they saw somebody they didn't like. It's just like, I don't hate D-Ray though. I'm gonna still go see D-Ray.
But that's assuming that people are going to come back to like the Improv twice or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? You think so? I feel like that's an avid comedy thing.
Let me tell you one thing I've learned. Maybe Lani knows more too from a different perspective. One thing about black people, I've learned that black people don't necessarily go see comedy. Like you say, this room does a great job marketing it different, but black people go see a comedian. They don't go see comedy. They go see a comedian. Well, white people, and I'm not trying to generalize, but they just be like, let's go laugh.
Let's go to the comedy store.
As soon as you ask a black person, like, who gonna be there? So the comedy won't die. Black comedy will die because black people just celebrity whores.
Well, the thing about social medians, which is like a whole entire term for
social
like,
medians.
I
I've never heard that.
Social medians.
It was right there.
Right.
Damn.
Look, did you trademark that?
I did not.
You should.
Wow.
That's the first time I've heard that
right
word.
There.
Social media.
You thought it was common knowledge.
Yes, I definitely did.
What?
No.
I would have been using that.
The thing about social medians is that like there's never a show where there's not other actual like comics there.
to support it.
Yeah, so they're gonna come to the show. We share seats? Okay. They're gonna come to the show and they're gonna see the person that they came to see, and then they might suck, but they're gonna still stay and do more stuff.
Because it's a whole show.
Yeah, I started doing social media, and there's a respect factor that like you get if you're hanging around real comics, you know.
Right.
So you put in the craft and you put in the work, but there are a lot of people who don't put in the work, you know.
Yeah.
And they fade out in like 3 months, but you get them to do your show and they sell you tickets.
They host usually. That's what I've seen now. Those social
Well,
medians
that's
are
a
the
smart thing
host,
to do.
and then they'll get bangers.
That's smart though. I mean,
Yeah.
But I think that's the biggest thing for black comedy is it's just the celebrity thing. It's not, they don't care about comedy. Like black people, and it's sad to say that, but like most people, they'll buy, let's say a concert. They'll go see Kevin. And it's like they don't even want to get all for their money. They literally, if the show started at 8, black people literally would be there at 9:45. Be like, oh well, Kevin ain't
going on until.
It's like, but why wouldn't you want to see the whole show? Like, it's comedy, and that's why I say they so celebrity driven. They purposely don't want to see somebody. It's like somehow that makes them feel like I'm the shit too. Because I didn't see the opener. This is me and Kevin.
Is it about that, or is it just showing up late, like to parties?
No, it's about getting dressed. Because black people come to comedy shows like they're on the show.
But it's not
I know,
that.
but I'm saying, it's not the same as going to a party late and walking in and like being
all,
cool to show up late.
Okay, so that's the same thing. I'm super cool because it's just me and Kevin. I don't care about that. Like, dude, you a plumber. I mean, nothing against being a plumber, but like, why are you too good to see the people that open for him? Like, they're comedians too.
And it's a show.
It's a show.
It's a show. It's not like you come and buy tickets to the Nutcracker and then buy, know.
But I'm telling you, that's how I've seen it from.
Yeah.
I've seen people ask me for tickets when I used to open up for DL when I was still living in Miami. They ask me for tickets. I give them tickets. Show start at 7 or 8. They know I'm opening for DL. They literally show up at 9:50.
The disrespect.
Disrespect.
Okay, that is disrespectful from your friends, but is it different than like a concert? Okay, you go to see, Usher, and you go late because he's going to have a couple openers, and you're like, I don't want to see.
I feel like maybe I'm being biased. I feel like comedy's different.
You are biased.
I am biased, but
Because
I feel
people
like
think
comedy's
that-
different. I feel like comedy. Okay, you work with comics. If anybody can answer this question better, it's you. You've seen the celebrities. You've seen the babies. You've seen the people on my level. You don't have to be Usher to be great in comedy.
I know, but I would say the same thing about music. There's a lot of people who are great at singing. There's a
but
lot
what
of great
you-
singers
you
that are out there that would probably open for Usher, but you're
Right.
not tripping on seeing them.
No, I would go
But-
because I know what it is, what it's like. I would go to see whoever opened. I would never be. I've been an opener. I still open, so I know what it's like. So I would never disrespect an opener. And be like, I'm gonna show up 2 hours. Now if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna purposely be like, I ain't gonna leave yet.
Because you're an artist.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I believe people really do that. We don't gotta leave yet. But you ain't even doing nothing. Just nah.
But to Kelly's point, I think it's because you're an artist. I think music and comedy are the same like that. I think people just go for the main act and they know it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Just like UFC fights or boxing. Mayweather's not going to fight. A fight starts at 6 o'clock and he's fighting at like 10:15. You're like, how many fucking opening cards are there?
But I feel like, I guess my bias is being a comedian. I know that, like, there's a reason Usher is Usher. There's a reason Chris Brown's Chris Brown. I feel like with comedy, it's not like that.
There's a reason R. Kelly's R. Kelly.
Right. But I feel like with comedy, you could be a nobody and be just as a beast. You know that.
But I think because you're a comedian, you're
But
biased.
you don't think so?
I think that with music
But
too.
what I'm saying is you being in this field.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen a lot of celebrities, you be like, he couldn't follow that nobody.
No, yes. I mean, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you don't
If
have
you
to
swapped.
be. But I feel like in music, I feel like more talented, deserving people make it to the top than in comedy. I feel like the people that actually make it to the top in music, you be like, yeah, okay, obviously.
I get what you're saying.
I feel like with comedy, you be like, who? How? How this dude get a special?
So Bad Baby should be like a popular rapper.
We talking
Coi
overall.
Leray and all these people.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, I think I have an example of what you said.
Put it
So
in.
I went to it was a show at
Designer?
Microsoft Theater. It was a show at Microsoft Theater. It was a Mike Epps show, and it was DC Young Fly, Desi Banks, and I forget there was a third person that opened up before, right? I went for the entire show, and DC killed it.
Right.
And then when Mike Epps went on, it was kind of like, just it was a good set.
Right.
But DC brought so much energy during that set
Right.
that when Mike Epps came on and people started fighting, he was just like, all right, I'm out. I'm good. But I think with a comedy show, there is the potential where someone who comes on before you could really resonate and like rock that audience, rock the crowd.
Right.
Versus like a Chris Brown situation. No one's going to outperform Chris Brown ever in a
That's
million
what
years.
I'm saying. Like Chris
Never.
Brown is Chris Brown,
Yeah.
and you clearly
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
It's a lot of people that probably had specials, had TV shows, and you like,
Yeah. How?
just how? Like
I don't agree.
Managers and agents.
you never
I was
seen
gonna definitely
you
say
never
artist
seen
development.
you never seen a comedian special and was like, how do you get this special? You
Oh
never.
no, all the time.
That's what
but I
I'm
think
saying.
there's musical artists too that have concerts that are selling out arenas that you're like, how are they famous?
But everybody get a one-hit one.
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
talking
saying.
about one-hit wonders.
I
I'm
think
talking
it's
about
different.
people who, bring it.
Yeah.
Like the Chris Browns, the Ushers. I'm talking about people who really, really bring it. Like
Who would you pay all your money to see?
Andre 3000.
Woo! I'm with that. I like that. That's great.
That's
a good
my
one.
only dream concert.
Have you been? Have you seen him before? No.
Never. But if he ever perform, I'm flying wherever he at to go do it.
Y'all are wealthy because y'all are talking about missing concerts. If I pay, I'm going to the whole thing.
Exactly. Right? That's what I'm saying.
Y'all have money for a
But
long time.
I'm just, no, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's a black culture thing. Because black people are celebrity driven. That's just what it is. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I love my people, but black people almost wait for celebrities to tell them what's hot, what's cool, what to wear. They wait for somebody to tell them, oh, this is cool now. Oh, okay.
I agree with that. I just don't agree that it's comedy specific.
I don't think
they
it's
show
comedy
up late
either.
to
But we was talking about
music
comedy
and stuff too.
I know, but I'm thinking we was just talking about comedy. I feel like that's what but that's just, we don't have our own thoughts, and it's sad. Like, it's just like, you see grown ass men still sagging. You like, dude, you like, I feel like.
Who's telling him that? What celebrity's telling him that?
No, not celebrity. I'm just saying, just regular people, how we such followers. Like, they praise celebrities. It's almost like you'll see now, lately, I be seeing grown ass men and they got 20-year-old friends.
That's facts.
That's weird.
Wait,
you
sorry.
38
what?
years old, your friend is 19, 20. How? Like, that's weird as hell to me. Like
in real life, you're seeing that?
Yes, because the little dude got money.
That's facts.
I see what
That's
you're
facts.
saying.
They buying
It's like-
OGs now.
Yeah, it's like,
Damn.
ugh, dude, I could not be.
strange.
This might sound petty. I'm not hanging around no 20, 19-year-old more successful than me. That's going to make me feel like shit.
Yes.
That's going to make me. It's like, were you in prison, nigga? Why you ain't got what I got?
But I'll tell you this: a social media now, you can get a vouch for that. So, like, you just talking about, like, like a comic that's not that's funnier but doesn't have as much notoriety. But if they go on the road with a social median and they're able to build up their following, they can really put in some work. And now, like, what took them 25 years to do is now taking 8 months.
Yeah.
That's a business relationship, though. That's not a friendship.
I know, but these young kids that make this money, they got to build friendship somewhere.
I'm not one of those comics. I applaud it. I tell them, go get your money, man. Whether you funny or not, go get it while you can. It's a lot of comedians without social media that ain't funny. Why? I don't know why they only target unfunny social media comedians. There's a lot of regular comedians ain't funny. Like, why only the social media dudes are getting all nah, this nigga ain't funny either.
Yeah.
The 300 followers,
Who?
The 2 million followers. Why we only targeting the kids? Because that is a skill within itself. I tried the social media thing. It's hard. So I always give respect to them cats. Like, they know how to do it. They studied it. They figured it out. I don't know how to do it. I tried it and I feel stupid. I be like, 100 likes? God damn.
It hurts.
I'm bombing on social media.
There's a lot of rejection. There's so much rejection.
I'm bombing.
Yeah.
But in real life, on stage, I'm dope. But on social media, I boo.
Because I think in real life, though, it's quicker. Like, if a joke doesn't hit, it's in your face and you can run away from it, right?
Yeah.
Nobody ever knows about it. Social media, if you have a post and you leave it up there,
Dude,
it doesn't get that traction.
Your stuff is funny,
It's
though,
funny.
on social media. You're not bombing.
But they shadow ban.
Well,
They
yeah,
shadow
you're not
ban.
getting it. But because it's consistency.
My stuff doesn't.
That's what it's consistency.
I see somebody with 2 followers got triple the likes and follow the likes. I'm like, how?
Why
They
do
pay
you
for
think you
those.
got shadow banned?
I have no. I don't.
Because you black?
I mean, a lot of black people. I don't know what it is. I don't know how they pick and choose.
I heard it's like a racist thing.
I
And they
really
also
feel like
told
the
me I
word
can't-
shadow ban gets thrown around a lot.
They told me I can't get no. If you see the numbers, you can clearly look. You be like, oh yeah, that's not right.
Yeah.
But even with verifying, they told me I don't qualify, but they don't tell you what the qualifications are though.
I got a plug.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, wait a minute.
That's
So
a qualification.
I'm on a show. I write on the show. I sold
Produce
it.
the
I mean,
show.
I'm like, and I don't. But then you'll see somebody who ain't been on. You like, oh, okay, well.
It's definitely a politics thing. You have to know somebody who works at Instagram
Clearly, I
or
guess.
in that space, and then you kind of
Yeah, because
yeah.
it ain't by.
It ain't no.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know what
not.
it's about.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. Speaking of TV shows, what's the TV money like, man? I see you shining over here. You got the Rolex on. You got the chain on. It's treating you good.
Your style.
Yeah, I'm
I've been
saying.
telling you, your
Bruh,
style
looking
has
fly. I'm
been
saying
different.
it's TV money.
I had style before TV money.
So there is a before and after. Is what you're saying.
You weren't wearing
go back
bright
to high
green
school.
matching
I've been fresh.
sweatsuits before TV money.
I always was fresh. That's one thing. I didn't have a lot,
Yeah.
but the little bit I had was nice.
Gotcha.
I always believe when I didn't have money that I picked quantity over, you know what I'm saying? So I picked quality over quantity. So I would have nice stuff. It wasn't a lot, but it was, I kept it clean. I wipe my shoes off when I get home, you know. I always had a I like clothes. I don't smoke, drink, so spend the money somewhere.
Don't smoke or drink?
Nope.
Have you ever?
Nope.
Cool.
Why not? Was it a conscious decision? Or you just
I mean, I
never
drunk
were?
like in high school, just being crazy and just foolish.
So
But
you
I
did
just
drink?
Yeah, but beer, not like liquor, you know. But I never really was like a drinker thing like that.
Yeah.
I don't like the feeling. Give me a headache. I gotta pee every damn time.
It's easy. It's hard doing comedy not to drink. Well, in my opinion, it's so like accessible. So like many people are just like, yeah, you want to drink? You want to drink?
Nah.
You doing the show? You want to drink? Ticket? Like it's so.
But it's so easy to be like, nah. Look how easy that was.
Oh, I like drinks.
Nah.
I like drinks. I like freestyle.
He just called you an alcoholic, low key.
I like freestyle.
No, so no. But see, that's the thing.
You can't turn down anything free. It's like
That's
you go to
what I'm
those
saying.
conventions.
It's not hard. That's you choosing to do it. It's not a hard. Nobody's like, Lani don't ever tell me, nigga, you don't get a drink, you ain't going up. Like that would be hard. Nobody's doing that. So how is it hard for me to say no to something I don't do? That's not hard. That's like,
Yeah.
I do.
yeah, that's what. So,
But
so
you
it's
do
not
it.
hard for either one of us. Like you like to do it, I don't. So, you know, they told me I would be drinking 10 years in. I was like, why? Like I don't want to do it.
But you didn't come into it drinking, so it
No,
was easy.
I didn't come into it drinking. Like, you know, I always just been me. You know, I don't never do what everybody's doing unless I want to do it. I'm not doing it because, oh, this is what everybody doing now? Like, everybody around me drink and smoke. Everybody.
Yeah.
If you go to any one of these comics right now, if you offer me a drink in front of them, they'll be like, oh, he don't drink. Because it's just not, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I'm around this group and they drinking, so I guess I'll drink today. No, I don't drink. I don't care if Barack drinking. Nigga, I'm straight.
I would probably take a shot with Barack. I would take if
But
Barack
I don't-
Obama came up to me and was like, "Rich, you want some tequila shots?" Like, bruh.
But you probably drink.
I dabble.
Yeah.
I go in and out.
But I don't dabble.
You don't dabble.
No. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't. And the whole drinking is, I watch people, it's always funny to me. Like, you tasting it, you drinking it. Why I gotta have one? Like, is it gonna make it taste better if I have one?
It does. If my friends aren't drinking with me, I'm not drinking. Like it's just like it's cool. I don't have to have it.
Right.
But like if I'm got to drink alone, it make me feel like an alcoholic. So.
But you are though. So you just don't want to feel like it. You rather just be it, but don't feel like
Sometimes
it.
you just gotta be comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
mind being an alcoholic, but I don't want to feel like it.
I mean, it's like anything social, like going out to eat. Like going out to eat with someone who's like a vegan or just eats super healthy
Oh, I
and
don't
you
give a
want to go
fuck.
eat like
Nah.
good food. You
Right.
know? It's like, why are we
Nah.
even here?
Nah.
I don't want to do
definitely-
this
I
by
definitely eat
myself.
vegan food with my vegan friends and like regular food. with my
Yeah, I
friends.
eat vegan food.
I eat steaks in front of my vegan friends.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But I feel like
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not as fun. Whatever their thing is, whether it's vegan, whatever, they don't eat carbs, they don't whatever. It's like when you
Oh, no,
want to go
I'm
out to
eating
eat and good food, it's
right.
not the same
But some
experience.
vegan restaurants be banging though. Like some vegan,
Yeah.
I've
In
been to
LA?
a couple. Yeah, I've
What
been.
you name
One is Hope on Ventura in Studio City. Good food.
Hope.
It's called Hope. Yeah,
Okay.
right by the studio.
Gracias Madre is good. That's
Yeah.
like the most popular one.
I mean, but that's just
Yeah.
for anything, man. I mean, you know, I think sometimes it's interesting to hang with people that don't like what you like. You know, like even with religion, that get weird. Like,
does.
I could be friends with any religious person because I'm not religious. So I don't give a shit. Like I'm not gonna be mad if you this or that because I'm like, all right, cool, that's for you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like so,
Yeah.
like
Is
Would
it-
you believe in God?
yeah.
Oh.
I believe in God.
So when you say you're religious, you don't follow anyone.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't believe in religion. I believe in God, and I don't think God has a religion.
Yeah.
What's God's religion?
Humanity.
Depends on who you ask. Depends on which religion you ask.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It depends on who you asking to manipulate God's word to get what they want from you, but
Yeah.
you gonna get me with that.
It's so fun. So I feel like
Yeah.
all my Christian friends, like
You must be Christian. 'Cause every time you say that, Christian people be like, but she just sat here and say how she throw it back though.
I do. I never said I was like super
Yeah.
Bible thumping. Like
Right.
I do my thing. Jesus
I
and
don't-
me got different relationships.
I don't deal with Bible thumpers at all.
Yeah.
If you can't make a point to me without the Bible, then I know you bullshit.
you can't make a point without the Bible.
Yeah, I know you
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
Then now you being a manipulator.
Yeah.
That's why you got to resort to that because you can't get your point across just on your own merit.
Yeah.
Now you want to use some words.
That's what happened with slavery.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what happens today still. You see these pastors. Run that check.
Hillsong, man. You know what Hillsong is? So there was this pastor. What was his name? Carl Lentz. You know who Carl Lentz is? So he was the pastor of Hillsong out in New York.
Well, is he the one that Justin Bieber was like connected with?
No. That was another guy.
Is he the one that just got robbed?
No, he didn't get robbed. That's the black guy. Carl Lentz is a white guy.
Oh, okay.
Of this Hillsong. It's like where all the white people in New York go that are Christians. And he got caught fucking like having side bitches, pretty much. And it was just a whole scandal, and they made a documentary about him. But it kind of collapsed all of the Hillsong empire because they built him up like how the Lakers built up LeBron.
Right.
Everything was on Carl Lentz's shoulders, and then once it fell apart, it was just
it's like
all bad.
Why the LeBron comparison?
I don't know.
Is that news though?
What, pastors fucking their side bitches?
I mean, is that news really? Like,
no, that's tough.
And it goes
tough.
It goes back to people just worship celebrity.
This has become the theme of the conversation today.
If we stop worshiping celebrities, because people put too much faith and belief in just regular
Evil.
men.
Well, that's what happened. So in the documentary, all the followers of the church were just like, I'm just so broke. And then they kind of turned into they were like, what are atheists?
Right.
They swung the complete other end. And I was like, damn, all it took was Carl fucking some bitches to not believe in God.
That was so
it.
weird to me because then
That was
you
it.
didn't really believe in God. You believed in that person.
That's
you
what I'm
had
trying to say.
infatuation with how that person led the church.
They not believing in God. They believed in that person.
But a good pastor will, stumble and fall or whatever, but his congregation will still hold. Like, I believe that there are not, like, you don't have to be an amazing pastor, but, like, sometimes you lead the people to God. Don't do that. Don't do that. Sometimes you lead people to God, and sometimes that's all they needed. They needed somebody to bring them in, and now they have a God. But you need a personal relationship with God, not a church. Like,
Why don't pastors get any grace?
I thought you were going to say, why don't pastors
They
get
do
any
get
bitches?
grace. They get a whole lot of grace.
They
if you
don't
ask
really
me.
though. Like that, like one
agree.
affair and you're done.
Nah,
like,
it depends.
It's because you're a pastor. Like, that's the
but
one thing
so
you're
you're
not
not
supposed to
perfect.
do.
I feel like that's
the
not
one
true.
thing,
That's
stealing money,
Bruh.
fucking
You
bitches,
crazy. Them
killing
black-
people.
Them black
Like,
women
what do
be
you
fighting
mean?
for their pastor. I don't know what y'all talking about. 'Cause
I
they be
agree
like,
with
we
you.
gotta pray for pastor. Everybody ain't perfect. I don't know. Nah, pastors get a lot of chances.
But
Like,
if you're
In
at
the media,
if
they
you're
get
in that
bashed
position,
terribly,
if you're
right,
at the
but in
head
their
of
church,
the church.
Yeah.
So you feel like pastors should be held to a higher standard?
If you're at that
morals.
level, I think that like
Why? Why are they any different from you? Rich?
You said if they're at their level, if they're at that level, if it's their first week into being a pastor and they get caught up in some stuff, can we give them grace then?
No. Wait. Say again.
first week of pastor school.
Facebook. Okay.
Yeah. If it's their first weekend and they get caught up having an affair, can we give them grace?
How many people are they leading?
What? We're grading on a curve?
He has a book
How many people are
Per
you
capita,
influencing?
per capita, like, you know what I mean?
You know, you get 2 bitches per every 10,000 followers. I feel like that works, right?
Hey, I like that. I'm not mad at
Yeah,
that.
I think that works.
I mean, I feel like, it's almost like president gets some head. What? I mean, he is the president. Golly, come on,
Let
man.
it slide.
Like, come on. He's running the country. Like, that's stressful.
This is.
I feel like
We ain't got the same problem.
I feel like being president should come with head. I feel like your wife should be like, call, what you call it, in the West Wing to come.
Yeah, that
She
sounds about
helping
right.
you out. Because you a first lady. You got all this, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a first lady. I don't have nothing to do but
Yeah, but
give
no, you
head.
got all these charities. You got all these charities. You got to, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be charitable with the head. I don't understand.
But
What's
you might not be in
happening?
town. So
Where are you going without me? Us is leading the country. What are
I'm
you
going to
talking
Iraq.
about?
You don't want to go there.
I need to go. I gotta see. I'm a hover lover. It's not happening.
No, but
Lover.
I agree with him too. I agree with Rich though. I feel like too much is given, much is expected. So if you want to hold a leadership position, you should have leadership. Granted, everybody fall. So I agree with that. I'm not saying like if you're a pastor, you make one mistake, you should be gone. But you should. It's just like police. They should be held to. Only in this country where citizens don't get to be scared for their life.
Yeah.
Only the trained police with guns, bulletproof vests, tasers, they get to be scared. Us, we got to act accordingly at all time. Dog biting you still just got to be like, just stay still.
Wait,
Remember your
can I see
training.
that face one more
Yes.
time?
That's the dog biting.
Yeah, because the dog biting. This got to be your reaction.
They be like, don't move, don't move. He's biting you.
The
Don't
dog
move.
is biting the shit out. Don't move. Like, okay. You know, like, but the police get to be scared out of their ass
yeah.
for anything. Anything that say, oh, I thought the baby was a gun. Everything they see, they thought was a gun. So it's just like we put people in leadership positions, but don't have leadership. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
preach.
So you're saying in certain professions,
I feel like every
as
profession,
a leader,
once you become a leader in every profession.
Okay, but you're not expecting police to be faithful to their wives, right? They
No,
have
I'm
a
talking about within the
different set of moral-
position.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Wait,
no.
what's
What?
the pastor? Like, what's within the pastor?
Well, the pastor is his
needs to
whole
what?
thing is based off
Morality.
Yeah, I'm
Morality.
saying, of what?
Police is not really based. Some morality is not don't steal and stuff like that. But you could be a great police officer and cheat on your wife. And I think you could be a great pastor and cheat on your wife. But don't get caught because then it looks weird.
It's bad for the brand.
Yeah, but if a police get caught, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not calling 911 no more. Like, they be cheating on their, like, I don't give a damn what he do. Like,
So, UPS has like a terrible track record of like drivers. They are just known for being unfaithful to their wives.
What?
well, they
dropping
travel
off
a lot.
packages.
They
Like,
travel.
they're the new milkman?
It's
Yep.
like part of the union that they can like provide a divorce lawyer. Like it's very like it's just bad. So you feel like that you okay with him? He's cheating. Then you know what they say about cheaters and liars and liars and thieves.
I'm not saying I'm okay with anybody cheating, but I'm saying if it don't affect my if the UPS driver is cheating on his wife, and within him cheating, he didn't deliver my package, then I got a problem with
That's
it.
exactly.
Then I
It's
got a
affecting
problem
the
with
job.
it.
It's a slippery slope.
Exactly.
But if he still delivering my package at 12:30, okay. Like,
He's trying to hurry up so he can get to his.
why would I be mad? Well, he need to lose it. Okay, put it this way: if everybody who cheated lost their job, there'd be a whole lot of openings in this country. You might not be here tomorrow.
I don't cheat. I'm looking for a man also.
You know.
Camera.
But I'm just saying,
Which camera? There?
Right there, yeah.
Okay.
you can't. You know, I feel like, come on, like, you know, even when the whole, I don't know how old you are, when the whole Bill Clinton, they're like, what that got to do with the country? The economy was good, crime was down. Like, okay, he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
It's the head. It's all the head.
It probably was the head.
Monica saved us.
Yeah,
pressure off.
it ain't been that good since.
Mm-hmm.
These presidents need their dicks up.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but I mean, I feel like you got a leadership position. I think as long as you're doing your job within the job, I don't care about your person. I don't care what Lani do outside. As long as the line up right, she don't run the light, get people on stage. I don't care if she eat a dog sandwich after this. Like, okay.
That was racist. Would you have said that to a black person?
I don't even look at you as not black, to be honest with you, Lani.
Lani, you're black.
I don't know if you know that.
You're black,
I don't
Lani.
think nobody look at you as you are. You black.
This is when you know Lonnie's black is when like all the black people just use nigga around Lonnie.
Yeah.
Like, I feel comfortable using it around you.
Honestly, this is no joke. Till she just said that, I was like, oh. I never even looked at you like that. I just realized that you're not black.
She's
that a
definitely making you
compliment?
do the first impressions now.
Right. I was like,
You definitely
oh,
know how to do it.
yeah, you're not black.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
right. That's right.
Yeah, but your daughter is mixed, right? Yeah. See? Yeah.
Yeah.
You black father? Let's say you had black in you.
Okay.
There it is. You had black in you, so there you go, for 9 months.
I just want to be employed here, so I can't really
I'm talking
comment.
about her daughter. I said for 9 months. Yeah, beautiful daughter.
Oh, my goodness.
On some real though, black and Asian people is a beautiful mix.
It is.
Oh my God, that's you don't think so? Oh,
I don't
okay.
like to.
All right,
I don't like to
never mind.
fetishize people based off their race, so I don't have anything
Well,
to say.
I'm just being honest.
I don't want to problem.
You could be fake if you want.
So
I
what
don't
kind
want
of
Well, black mixed with anything. Like what's?
It's probably just my little preference.
Yeah.
If I was gonna go other, it's gonna be black and Asian.
Listen,
you would
Sweet-
go Asian.
Black and Asian.
I think I would go Latina.
I would prefer if I could make my own. It's rare to find
Okay.
Asian mother. I mean, black mother, Asian father, but it's never that combination. it's
So-
always
Black
it's always black father,
Mother,
Asian.
Asian father.
It's never Asian man. Period.
Yeah.
Unless it's the Asian
Yeah.
woman.
Asians are
women-
kind of racist. Like high key.
Well, no, it's everyone. No one wants an Asian man. It's everyone else that's racist.
No, I grew up in like an Asian community. I don't know if you knew this. I grew up in like Hacienda Heights. So I was the only black kid for like preschool all the way to 7th grade. And it was around 6th, 7th grade when all the Asian parents told their kids to stop hanging out with that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, they are.
Yeah, and I feel
my
like
mom had a real issue with me dating black men.
They are
Really?
Oh, yeah.
racist.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it came from when they came here for the railroad thing.
because they wanted to level up, right?
Well, white people purposely pushed them up to just trying to push black people back. So they purposely pushed them up because they was willing to just accept everything. Where black people had been here already fighting civil rights and all this stuff. But when the Asian thing started happening, the Asians was like, cool, we'll do whatever, we'll get whatever y'all give us. And then they was doing the railroad thing, and then they just kind of pushed them up over black people because it's just another way to minimize.
So if you had to break it down in terms of like the hierarchy of races, where are we at? Who's at the bottom of the totem pole? Who's at the top of the totem pole?
You mean as far as who's racist?
No, not racist. Who like the
classes.
races, like classes,
Oh,
like who's at the
to me,
top?
I guess it would be whites, of course,
At the top.
Asians, Hispanic, and black.
The ranking system
You think
is the problem.
you think the blacks are under the Mexicans?
Yes, blacks are under everywhere in the world.
Really?
Yes.
Where you know black people not being discriminated
Because
against?
no, I'm not saying discriminated, but I feel like I don't know any.
You
black
in California,
No, I
that's
don't know
why.
any black
There's
people
no
picking like
preferential-
in the strawberry fields.
You
I don't know.
you in California.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You not thinking outside of LA.
LA.
Most LA people, for some reason, LA people like to think LA is the world.
This is
I
fact.
heard there's
though,
still
but it's
slaves
a
in like
nice-
Mississippi.
LA is not the world.
This is
Yeah.
true. My perspective is very narrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm telling you, if you get a fair-skinned looking Mexican woman in your black ass, who you think they gonna go after? Like, even if you was to go to France, who you think might get better service? You a fair-skinned Mexican or you?
Well, you're saying a fair skin, like she
But
could
I'm
pass for a white.
White.
But not even. But white people be knowing it's still it's still more acceptable. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see a lot of these Mexicans was for Trump, because they trying to fight to be accepted, and they feel like everybody wants to push away from being black. Everybody want to be like, I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
So to your point, Too Short was getting canceled because he was talking to Sweetie and he was telling her that like he thinks that she's pretty because he's got a preference towards like mixed girls.
Right.
And it was like a huge
she
like
mixed?
issue. She is.
Yeah, her mom is Asian.
Yeah, and it was like a really huge issue, which is why I stay away from saying anything about having a preference about anybody.
No,
being
I
mixed.
wasn't saying a preference. I was just saying, like, where do you think? I would think that I was saying from a hardship standpoint, not like who's better.
But
like,
that's a white idea that there's a ranking. The whole point is, if you're not white, you're not right in this like country.
Period.
Yeah, there's no like better ethnicity. Like it's
Well,
just like
it's no better ethnicity, but what white people have done, they figured out a way to make us fight for that number 2 spot.
exactly.
yeah.
And that's all that's happening with the Asians and the Mexicans and blacks. Everybody's trying to fight for that. I think more so Asians and Mexicans are trying to fight for that number 2 spot. Well, black people, we got to the point where it's like,
I love being from LA because like it doesn't feel like there's a lot of like class diversity. Like as far as like being preferential, like everybody they just hate us because we're not black. I mean, because we're not white.
Period.
Here,
Yeah.
it's a lot of just like there's not like intense segregation in that point. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, nah, you're not white. We don't like you.
So I think in LA, what people don't realize, the difference between like LA and New York, for instance, right? New York, it's highly segregated in New York, but at least you still rub shoulders with everybody on the subway, right? LA is completely different because you just hop in your car, so you can never see black people if you don't want to, based off of where you live. You hop in your car, you go to your job, versus like a New York where you kind of are forced to interact with other people outside of who's different than you. So I'd say like LA is kind of baked in racism just in the infrastructure of how the city is built. Because if you live in Beverly Hills, you could go probably months without seeing black people.
No, not in LA.
You don't think so?
No, LA is very diverse.
But
the
it's
Midwest and
segregated.
stuff is where you would not maybe see a black person. LA, you're gonna bump into a black person.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're so diverse. Like you gonna get the bird in the traffic. Like you gonna see a black person somewhere. Like it's
At the grocery store, like you're gonna bump into people. Maybe not your neighbors where you live, but your workplace, the grocery store, the gym, you're gonna bump into Latinos, black people. Yeah.
Maybe not intentionally, but
On
niggas is out
accident?
here. we gonna be around.
Okay, so I want to ask Malik about, we started talking about this on the phone earlier. So I was telling him I went to a comedy show recently at a theater. And I walked out because it was so not funny. And he was saying that once you get rich, he was saying, you know, like that's a common, you know, thing in comedy culture that people say that once you make money, you're not funny anymore. Because like Malik said, comedy is rooted in pain. So I want to talk about that. Like, really, is that true? You think once you get some money, you're not funny anymore?
It's not an absolute, but it's just like, even with music, you look at everybody's first album. It's usually rare that their third album is going to be better than their first album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think as comedians, you start being so successful, you're doing so many things, and that hunger to hit the stage every night and, you know, call on him, come on, man, let me do 5. You ain't doing that no more. And then also you start relying on your celebrity because people coming to see you anyway. I've been on many shows with a lot of big stars. Like, I personally, I wouldn't even open for nobody that's not a big celebrity because I feel stupid. But if you're a big celebrity, it's like, all right, well, shit. But people will come up to you, be like, man, you was funny, you was funnier than him. Like, yeah, but I bet if they put my name up there, this bitch would be empty. So all that don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
I'm one of those comics I'm a realist. Like, yeah, I'm funny as hell, but you ain't gonna come see me in no theater. So all that you saying is cool, but whatever. That dude sold the ticket, so it's all about him. But I do feel like, you know, you've been doing this 30 years. You got money, sometimes you lose that edge a little bit. And I don't think that's absolute for all comics. And I don't think it's the whole time. It could just be a little pivot. You know what I'm saying? Just going through you're feeling yourself a little bit, and sometimes you get that hunger back and you back. And you like, if anybody got like, I would say, let's say any comedian got, I'm gonna guess, if you got over 6 specials, I'm gonna say one of them not that fire.
The one that comes to
happen.
mind for me is the pandemic Kevin Hart special.
But it don't matter. That's
That's
what I'm
the
saying.
one. I felt like that was his dip, and then he
Any
came back
comedian,
way stronger on that
and
next
then he
one.
on fire.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is anybody that does that much body of work, come on, man. It's hard to just,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like Lil Wayne, you're not going to have 6 Carters. You're going to have Carter 2.
It's coming out.
Dave
no, what I'm
hasn't
saying,
had a dip.
number 1.
Dave Chappelle's
Low
not
key.
had
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I say
But I
it's
mean,
not
he's Dave
absolute.
Chappelle.
But,
He's like-
but I also say it's not absolute.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also, like you just said, he's Dave Chappelle. If everybody was doing it, he wouldn't be Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
If everybody could do it, if it
Yeah.
was easy, everybody would do it. So it's always a, obsession to the rule, and that's fucking Dave Chappelle. It was Kobe Bryant. It was LeBron James. It's always going to be. But overall, think about it. If somebody got 6, that's 6 hours of material, man.
Yeah.
That's like leaving here, driving to San Francisco. They still on stage.
Yeah.
Like, that's
it's
a lot, dude. It's
a lot.
To me, if you got 5, 6 specials, I don't care if 3 of them was terrible. That's still amazing to me. That's still, like, I still give props and respect. So I never, like, judge comedians that's done what I haven't done. You know what I'm saying? When she called me and told me, I was like, well, it happens. But I still think he's amazing comic. Yeah. Everybody going.
Who's your list? Who's your lineup? If you're stacking and building your show,
I don't have one.
you don't have one?
I never been one of those dudes.
Like if you're producing a comedy special.
Then it goes back to business. It's business.
Okay.
It ain't about who I
social
like.
medians.
Yeah, it ain't. I don't
But
care.
who-
It ain't about who
who's-
I like.
who's
I
on
don't
your
give a
list?
damn. Like,
Who's your favorite social median right now?
I don't know. No, people not doing stuff on social media like that no more though. Like,
What do you mean?
the sketches, I don't see
Yes, they
them.
are. That's my
Or maybe
job.
I don't follow them. Maybe we gotta talk there, 'cause I don't really see them no more like that. Like,
A lot of them.
a lot of people doing talking heads now, like their opinion on stuff.
A lot of them are moving into either like feature work and trying to get like writing jobs and doing like work that isn't considered like sketch, like
Right.
sketches, like just hold the phone.
Right.
But yeah, like people was doing sketches.
Oh, I don't know. I don't follow that.
Do you watch comedy specials?
Yeah, you know what I'm envious about, and I do this on stage. I ain't do it today. Like, I want that white man freedom. Oh, it's like you watch specials. I'm assuming everybody here watch comedy specials. The freedom these white boys have to just go on stage, it be looking like they didn't even know they was shooting the special that night. Like they was going to Lowe's, and it's like, you want to do a comedy special? Like, well, fuck it, yeah, let's go. You be like, this what he wore? It be when you look at it, you be like, wait, did they tell him it was today?
Some dirty Skechers,
bruh, they don't
jeans,
care.
wrinkled black T-shirt.
And guess what? Don't nobody judge it. Everybody just listen to the comedy.
Yeah.
Let me do that. Oh, this nigga broke his head. How you get a special? Look at this broke ass. They ain't even listening to what I'm saying. I ain't even funny no more. This broke ass nigga, how this broke ass nigga get a special? I ain't watching this shit. You see this broke ass nigga? Ain't heard nothing I said.
Yeah.
That is, we should overlay your voice saying that with pictures of just like white comic specials, outfits, and black comic
I'm
specials.
trying to, let me get a special.
Flashing.
If they came to me right now and say, hey, we gonna shoot your special in November. Nigga, tomorrow. I'm like, nah, I don't like that. Nah, that ain't gonna look right. The outfit gonna change about 3-4 times.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's like that freedom that we don't give each other. Like,
would you ever take the risk and just
let me tell
slum
you,
it?
it's sad to say, because I be honest with you. Like I said, I've been doing this a long time now, so everything is business for me now. After I do one and it hit, I would do that the next time. But introducing me to the bigger audience, the world, I'm gonna do me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put on something. I'm not gonna do the leather and all that, but I'm not gonna wear a T-shirt and, you know what I mean, just look crazy. But even for me, when you black, if you don't carry yourself a certain way, people just don't respect you. They don't give you that props. They don't give you that, you know what I'm saying? Like, people will judge you by how you're dressed and decide, well, he can't be funny because he look broke, because if he was funny, he would be successful. They make that assessment that fast just when you walk on stage. But if I walk on stage like this, they be like, well, I don't know, dude. But clearly this dude must be something. So let me listen, because maybe it's me. I'm telling you. That's why whenever I go on stage, people like, wait, but he look like he getting it. So I should listen to him. Look, bro, man, so what you gonna do after the show? Like, they ain't listen to you.
That's so. As you were saying that, it was making me think like, so if you were to do your first like that Netflix or whatever, where you drop it, what if that opening joke was that?
It would
where
be that.
you just address the elephant in the room.
I do it on stage. I be like we don't give ourselves that freedom to just, like, we are our biggest critics, and sometimes we hold each other back. Like, we don't have that freedom to just be what these white boys could just focus on the art. They ain't got to worry about none of that other stuff, because people gonna come.
What was the name of Burnham's special during the pandemic? What was it? Bo Burnham? The one where he was inside?
I didn't see it.
You guys didn't see that one?
I didn't see it.
What?
And send it out.
So you had this. You saw it. The one where it was just him and he was inside of a room for the entire pandemic, and then he filmed a comedy special inside of his apartment.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Watch it.
I don't know this man.
Bo Burnham?
Insert Kiki Palmer meme. I've never seen
this man in my life.
Sorry to this man.
No, so Bo Burnham was one of the EPs on Jared Carmichael's special. Gerard Carmichael. Sorry, his special.
Okay.
But that's kind of where that feel on his special came from, was just that different interpretation.
They have like white comedians have so much freedom, even in the creativity.
Yeah.
Like, you ever? I don't know if y'all seen Righteous Gemstones. HBO Max.
Yeah, with Danny McBride.
Oh my God, the stuff they do on there, like, they would never let a black cast, black people wouldn't let a black cast get away with it. They could just be super, in touch with feelings and do like certain jokes. You'd be like, if black people did it, nigga, you gay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the nigga you gay bucket.
Yeah. It's just like,
anytime you try to push it,
like the whole thing. I be seeing dudes be talking, and then dude look up, pause. Like, dude, I ain't never saying no goddamn pause. I'm a grown ass man. I said what I said. If you think I'm gay, nigga, cool.
Yeah.
So you're very
like, I'm not saying no pause.
You're very observational about the problems. I want to know what the solution is.
Tell
me, because
me calling it out, and me always being different and doing me.
But you're not gonna wear a T-shirt on your special.
Yeah, we gotta.
No, because that's not me though. If it was me, I would do it.
I feel like just as a producer, someone in your position, right? It's like figuring out a way to take a risk where you can do a project like a Righteous Gemstones.
Right.
Like, someone has to do it.
Right.
Someone has to write that script. Someone has to produce it and finance it and push it across.
This is what I tell you. Like,
you don't think black people show up?
I think you have to wait to know when to pull the trigger on certain things.
Okay.
Like, it's not about, you got to play smart. You got to play chess. Like, I was pitching this show to CBS. And
this is the upcoming one, right?
yeah, I pitched the show. I wanted to be based off my family, which is, you know, my parents were Haitian. So I wanted to highlight that. But they already have a show on there with an African and a white family. So to be smart, I'm like, you know what I got to do? I got to get in first. I got to hit them with one, become a name, become a...
Show them you're reliable.
Show them my worth, and then I could come back later on that other one. Because if I shoot this one up top, it's CBS. It's a white network. They're going to be like, we already got Africans, now we doing Haitians. So you have to be smart.
Isn't that the same thing?
Exactly. But if I'm Kenya Barris, if I'm Shonda Rhimes, they don't let me do what the fuck I want to do. So I got to get them first. So like you saying, even with the clothes,
you got to get them first.
I got to get them first.
Yeah.
I got to introduce them to me, and then they'll accept whatever it is I bring after that. But you only get one chance to make a first impression. So I'm not going to dress like, I'm not going to wear the leather because that's not me. But I'm also not going to just wear a T-shirt, dirty ass T, because that's not me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not. I want to look good. I want to, but I also don't want people to just be focusing on the clothes.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the white boys purposely don't, because they don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Nobody's going to see, like, let me see what he got on.
Yeah.
Niggas be ready, like, oh, I'm finna see what he finna put on this special. Like,
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's just
us.
cultural as a whole, not just
Right.
comedy specials. I mean, people talk about that all the time. There's so many jokes about, rich white men.
Now I would
You
say
would never know that
rappers
they're
don't
rich.
get that.
You do a
That's
joke
me.
about
I
that.
do
Trey
that.
Sean. Yeah,
I
Trey
do
Sean.
that. Joke. Yeah, I should have did that today. That's the part I missed. Damn, I forgot to do that one about the money.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like we like, even when I just him what he said. Oh, I see you got it. I see you got on the Rolex. It's a whole different respect level. Just because of that.
You don't
even
think I
though
would have respected him if he came in bummy?
you would have,
I
but
would've
I'm
respected
telling you, you don't even realize you do it. It's like, who's this nigga?
Well, we know you though, so it's
Yeah,
a little
right.
different.
I think it
if
is
we
different.
didn't know you, then yes.
It still would be like, okay, who's this? Who you finna talk to?
but is that wrong?
It's not
Like if
wrong.
we're meeting for a business meeting
No,
and
it's
you
not
look
wrong.
put together and you look like you're successful.
It's not wrong. It goes to show you how bad they've done us. When we do see somebody successful, we like, because we think everybody's successful, we know. Because most successful, like, look at most of our leaders are celebrities. We don't have real leaders. It's fucking ball players and rappers. And so for most black people, these are the successful people. So when they see a regular person like me, oh, you're a comedian, but I don't know you. So how are you a comedian? So if I don't look successful, they like, oh, that's why I don't know you, because you ain't successful. But if I look successful, they be like, well, maybe I got to do my research. Who is this guy?
That's deep.
That's real. It's not that deep.
It's deep.
Dude, he just did it. People do it every day.
All right, so next
let me
week
break
I'm
it down to
coming
you.
in with a fake Rolex.
Let me break it down to you.
You
All
trying
right.
to put on that hat.
Watch this. Watch this, though. Watch this. If Kevin would have came, would you say Rolex? Kevin Hart. You wouldn't even said that, because you expect him to have that.
True.
So people do it every day. It's
But
not
he
as
started-
deep as you think.
He started.
I'm talking about
downplaying.
Kevin now, nigga. Don't do all that.
No. I'm saying
Kevin
no,
today.
Kevin Hart right now. I feel like, so I've seen him recently, and he was just low key with it.
He had a hoodie, but trust me, his watch wasn't low key.
No, I see what you're saying. I see. There's
His
always
watch
that one.
is never
There's
low
that
key.
one piece.
His hoodie's not low key.
And he's
Right,
reached
you're
the
right.
level where you know he has money.
That's
it's like Leonardo
what
DiCaprio
I'm
driving a
saying.
Prius. It's like,
But that's what I just said.
You're right.
That's what I just said. If Kevin came, he wouldn't have pointed out the Rolex because he expects that.
You're right.
So that's what. It's not as deep as you think it is. We do it every day.
I was thinking, like, as far as, like, if I seen somebody walking past, like, two guys walking past me, like, yeah, the flashier one is like, oh, okay, what you got going on? The
Right.
other one might be a better choice, but you can't see it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
But that's because society has made us be in awe whenever we see a successful black man. Because even when the police pull over a black dude in a nice car for no reason, the only reason he's doing that because society has told him the only way this man got this black car, he had to do something illegal.
Selling
so go
drugs.
check it out. Because society told that police officer, he's not supposed to be in a S class. So let me check this out. Let me investigate. And we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We do it every day. We stereotype. We do all that. We do it to each other. I know I do it.
I don't know what you mean about that, though.
About what?
Like saying, like feeling some type of way when someone looks successful. Isn't that?
I don't feel no
like,
type of way.
I mean,
No, it's not. I'm not offended. What I'm saying is when you're not known like that in our doing comedy or doing whatever entertainment, if you don't look successful, black people will not embrace you like that. They would treat you like, that's why I don't know him.
Well, I knew what you're saying.
But I feel
You're not
like-
going to get the benefit of the doubt.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It's an
but
uphill
is it
battle.
just again? Is it just comedy?
Well, I'm only speaking for comedy.
No, I think
First
it's-
of all,
I think
if
it's
we gonna
black
do it,
people.
if he wore the same raggedy outfit to a white club, they're still gonna be like, oh, who's this guy? Like versus black people are like,
Exactly.
who's
Yeah.
that nigga?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is, there is a difference.
In
They
comedy,
do
okay.
that.
So we're at an hour. I want to be respectful of your time. So we want to get to these questions that
Let's
we
do
have
it.
for you. These are kind of just quick hits. First one. When is it okay for your friends to start following your significant other on social media?
When I don't care no more.
About her?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, so
That's
you
fair.
can't be with the person. I'm saying like if you're together with the person.
No, he say, yo, ex, you said,
No,
right?
your
No,
significant
What
other.
was it? Wait.
when
You're
it-
dating someone right now. You got a woman.
If you're
Can
dating,
your
yeah.
friends follow her?
Oh, yeah.
You don't care about that?
I don't care about
Is
that.
it okay, like first date, like they just met her? Well, not first date, but like y'all first time, your first time bringing her around the hoes, and they're like, oh yeah, follow me on the
That's
gram.
too soon.
That seems a lot to
Wait,
me.
too
for
soon.
her to say it?
No, for them
them.
to be like, yo, let me get you.
Well, I guess I wouldn't be in that kind of situation. Like, again, all my friends are older and they ain't on that. Like,
Yeah.
ain't nobody.
Must be nice, man.
Yeah, I don't hang around. I don't hang around a lot
I
of
feel
young
like
dudes.
my friends,
Yeah.
they're my friends, but sometimes it'd be like, bro, like you just met her 2 hours ago and y'all already friends on social media. Like,
Yeah, that's a little
come on,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, they're not your friends.
Yeah.
They're not your friend because your friend wouldn't do that. Or you need to hang around some adults.
Oh, so he's 20 can hang out with 40-year-olds now.
Well, at least 25 because the 20 ain't working.
Okay, we got this next one. What's a non-sexual thing that turns you on?
Well, if it turns you on, that's weird. It's sexual.
No.
No, like a non-sexual, like
I'll give you a good
Yeah,
example
what's
for
the
a minute.
example?
Like my man when he reverses and he puts his like hand on my seat to like look back. I think that's super sexy.
So y'all ain't got no backup camera.
No, we do. We do. I was just thinking, you don't look back anymore.
No, I look
with
back.
The back. Yeah,
I do the
still
joke.
look
I do
back,
the
yeah.
joke. I do
still
a joke
look
about
back.
my son looking back. I guess everything I'm thinking of is it feels sexual to me.
Okay.
Throw out an idea. You got it.
Like if a woman put her feet on my lap
That's not
and her
sexy.
feet is pretty
On your lap or on your
Yeah.
dick?
on my lap.
Okay.
Or if when we riding, okay, this probably knows. If we riding, and she got pretty feet, she put her feet on the dashboard. Yeah, that is.
So
turn.
Oh, you have a foot
So,
fetish.
no, so,
Yeah,
so we know what type of porn you're watching.
yeah,
Okay, cool. For
But if they ugly, that turn me off. though.
got it.
Then I just put on too short.
The-
Bitches ain't shit. Subliminal just like bitch.
Yeah, you're pushing it.
Real quick, do are pretty feet manicured feet, or like can she just have like natural nice feet?
Just natural pretty feet or manicured feet, as long as they pretty. It don't-
Can her feet be bigger than yours?
No, that turn off. No, hell no.
What is pretty mean? The second toe is like not longer than the big
Yeah,
toe.
you know, like it goes like it slopes down.
It's a
like,
slope.
Like,
It's a-
yes,
it's a
slide.
45 degree
yeah,
angle.
45 degree.
Yeah, that's about
I
right.
don't like to go. Yeah, it's like it goes like
Some
that.
got that toe and then they got the.
Yeah,
That's not okay.
yeah.
Picking up spoons and opening banana peels. and shit.
That's how I look at women
Crazy.
like this. Yeah, I look feet up.
Do you compliment feet like when
Yeah.
you meet a woman?
Mhm.
Oh,
Wait, so for real, do you have a foot fetish? You have a foot fetish?
I don't know if it's a fetish because I don't really.
The most obvious question of the night.
But I don't do nothing with it. It's just I like to see it. I'm not like
How much have you paid for feet pictures?
nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing nothing with it. It's just that
Okay.
you know it's good to
You like
look at.
feet.
It's like a Christmas tree. I ain't doing nothing, but I like it to look nice.
I like that with calves. I like men's calves.
See? There you
it's like
go.
a random
I'm like that with
thing.
titties.
Look, we all got a thing.
I love, yeah.
You a
do?
titty man.
Me?
What's your thing? What you like?
Yeah.
Me?
Women like
I
stuff.
like this arm muscle right there.
You like tricep.
Tricep.
It's like a
You a
handle.
tricep.
It's so nice.
Wait, move the mic. Move the mic.
Yours cut deep.
Tricep dip.
Yeah, the handle. Handle.
Yeah, see, everybody. That's the thing. Like everybody has a thing. People be, you weird. You got a thing. Everybody got a
Everybody
thing.
got a thing. It's not weird.
Well, the boobs, the legs, like abs, ass. That's kind of
easy.
the normal.
Yeah, that's
Every-
easy.
yeah.
I think my non-social thing would be like a smile, like a nice
Kind of
grill.
smile.
That's
like.
important.
Look at
You know what I'm saying? That's important. That's important.
That's
And I like a woman with style. Like I
That can
can't
dress.
I can't date a woman that I dress better than. Cause Lani know like a lot of we be around a lot of comments, bitch. You ain't even come around here and embarrass me. They talking about your ass.
Look at Malik over there with that raggedy bitch. Oh, can't dress ass. Found her at the Goodwill. What the
Nigga out here
fuck?
with a bum bitch. God damn. I pick up. I'm like, so you gonna wear that?
Lonnie called.
But you
She
got
said
the
she
rollie,
canceled my
though.
set. She canceled my set. She
Yeah,
canceled
you
my-
know what? You know what? Let's just go get something to eat.
I don't even do comedy no
Yeah,
more. That's
man.
crazy.
Yeah,
You
you
just gonna
gotta
walk around
You
with
gotta be fly. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good
You gotta
story.
be fly.
What's the craziest lie you told and got away with?
I don't think you ever really get away with a lie. I mean, so far I got away, but I don't think you ever get away with a
Tell
lie.
right
man.
now you ain't.
Yeah,
You don't seem like a liar, though.
Nah, you don't.
You're very
I
honest.
lie.
Oh,
I be lying.
like what? Give
We
me
all
a
be
lie.
lying. I don't know.
Well, you
like-
can't say it because then
Yeah,
the
then-
web will unravel.
Yeah, right. But I don't think I outright lie.
Yeah.
Only time I lie if I'm like jammed up. You know? I think one lie I would say I do. Man, I think we all done this. Like I'd be like, oh man, I just saw this.
Oh man,
Oh, the
that's my
text.
favorite.
I
line.
responded in my head and forgot to text
Right.
back.
Yeah.
I didn't push send. My bad.
But sometimes it be real like you'll see the text and you're doing something and you meant to respond and now it's like 2 days. You like fuck.
Yeah.
So trying to tell that truth is harder than just be like, I just saw this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You people like, I saw it, but then this happened. They almost don't believe that part. It be like, that was the truth, so I'm gonna just tell the lie.
I be lying about being on my way. I'm never.
Oh
on my
yeah,
way.
well yeah.
I'm never.
Everybody know that.
I
Come
can't
on.
stand y'all.
I hate people like that.
I hate it.
Can't do it.
Why you lie?
I be on my way. I'm on my way to walk out the door.
It's not
I'm
the same.
On my way.
Nah, bro.
But why do you think that helps anything? 'Cause
It
you're
just
still
pisses off the
gonna-
person
yeah.
waiting for you.
Yeah, because then we're like, oh, you're on your way. It only takes 15 minutes. You should
Right.
be here in
And
15
now it's
minutes.
45
and now 30
minutes.
minutes
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I tell you I didn't leave the house yet, you're gonna be like, but you knew we was about to meet. Why you ain't leave the house yet? Now we got this whole conversation. I'm
But-
still gonna be late.
But you did. But why are you late like that? That's disrespectful.
It's not all the time. Things happen.
Nothing happens.
What do you
Nothing
mean?
happens.
It's just proper
You was
time
just sitting
management.
your ass down chilling.
You don't ever
On social
overbook
media.
yourself on other things.
No.
No.
It's called time
I'm
management.
responsible.
Kelly.
Also, social
never
media
late.
is an important part of taking a shower because you got to find the right song and then you got to check and make sure that you didn't miss nothing on the shade room. None of that ever happens to you?
I don't even follow the shade room. So, what am I gonna miss on the shade room?
I don't know, but sometimes
What's
Everything.
sad is
Well,
low key,
there's
I
news
get
on
all
the
my
shade
news. I
room.
get all my news from the shade room.
So you don't get no news. You get gossip.
My homegirl runs it, so
You get gossip.
shout out Angelique.
Nothing against the shade
They have
room.
some news on there.
Nothing against the
Angelica.
shade room. I don't think it's nothing against
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
you can't say you get news.
you do get
They get
news.
news.
I
They-
find
They
that
do
stuff.
news. They do news. They sprinkle the news in between the ratchetivity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
You know
got
what
it. It's like Marshalls. You got to just go through it and.
You gotta comb through.
Yeah, okay, all
There's
right.
diamonds
More
in
like
there.
Ross.
There's some stuff. There's some
Or like
stuff.
Ross.
All right,
look like Ross. So it's like they
Did
go
you
to the left
say
sock. Just got
ratchetivity?
Ratchetivity.
Ratchetivity, social media. And I've learned two new terms.
Okay, we got 2 more questions. When was the last time you got into a physical fight with somebody and why?
Oh man, that probably was like, I don't know, probably high school. I don't really. Yeah, it's been a while.
That means you're a mature adult.
Yeah, I ain't really. I feel like I might have got a college fight, but I can't remember. But yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, you're not a fighter. You
No,
talk your way out of it.
I'm a fighter, but it's just I'm not a fighter. I'm not out here starting shit. I feel like that's a fighter. Like this is looking to. I'm not a fighter, but I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? But I fight somebody. I fuck somebody up. Yeah. Okay. I would. But I don't want to.
There goes Lani just answering phone calls during the podcast.
Yeah, I don't want to fight nobody. But
You like being fired, don't you? You don't want to be here next week. Lani, I ain't saying when you do the playback, I ain't say that.
Last question. This is just a wrap. So what does Chocolate Sundaes mean to you?
it's a comedy show.
Whoever typed that question thought it was about to be profound.
What? It's a comedy show.
Take two.
I get to do comedy, yo.
Okay, and now for the meaningful answer. Ready?
It's a comedy show. I get to do comedy. I mean, I love coming here.
Yeah.
What I like about the Chocolate Sundae audience is very diverse, and I feel like that's my comedy. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not a black comedian. I'm not a white comedian. I'm just a comedian. You know, I could do 5,000 Crips, 5,000 Jews. You know, so this crowd gives you a little bit of all that. So all your jokes are hitting somebody, even like harder than the next person, because it's like, oh, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Sometimes if a comedian does like one demographic, you'll see that they'll struggle when they come to a crowd like this, because they used to just doing all white, all black, all Hispanic.
Yeah.
Like I don't like watching comedy where I'm watching a black dude talk about being black for an hour, or a Spanish person talk about being Spanish for an hour.
I feel like that's the entry level, and then the second tier is like relating just on a human level to everybody versus just a specific demographic.
Yeah, like I talk about whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, so so this show gives you that opportunity. It's great. It be Armenians in here, black people, white people, Spanish people, older, young, divorced, single, like whatever. You know what I mean? You touching all those people. So that's the one great thing I like about what Lani and Pookey has done marketing this show. Like the diversity, you can't beat it. Yeah. You can't beat the diversity in this club.
Amazing.
So, love that.
It's beautiful, man. Touch the world. Like I went to Cairo and Jordan.
And killed.
Jordan.
Yeah.
That's where all the like dudes that look like they played in Taken. Hey, buddy, come here, buddy. All of them look scary and mean. Come here, buddy. Jordan. So like you'll meet some comedians. They be like, yeah, I performed in Korea, I performed in Japan, but they don't tell you it was a military base. I performed in Jordan
for the people,
Jordan people that went to work that day at the Jordan warehouse.
In the language barrier, nothing.
Nope, just English, and they got everything. Then we went to Cairo, same thing.
Wow.
City of Cairo, not a military base, and you know what I mean? So that really made my confidence like, like when I did it for some reason, Jordan felt harder for me than Cairo, because Jordan was real Muslim. Cairo was they more a little relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Jordan was like Muslim country.
Yeah.
You don't play that shit. So it was a little scary, like, I ain't gonna say this, I ain't gonna say that.
Wow.
No cursing?
I curse, but it's like they tell you pull back on the sexual content, which I don't have a lot of sexual content, so that wasn't that hard, but they tell you straight up, like, hey, you ain't finna suck him dick us to death.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you for joining us on the Scoop, man, on the podcast. This is a great conversation.
There's a lot right there. There's a lot right there.
Teddy's out there. Where can we find you on social? And if you have any shows coming up?
Malik S Comedy, MALIKS Comedy on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, J-Date, Backpage, Farmers Only. I'm on everything. Tinder, I'm on everything. Yeah.
Excellent.
Swipe right, ladies.
Yeah, I'm not on Tinder. Don't look for me.
OnlyFans, though.
That feels creepy. I like meeting women the old-fashioned way. At Ralph's. Yeah, in the tampon aisle.
So you know it's real.
I know it's real. And she ain't pregnant.
She ready to go.
She ready to go. At least in 7 days.
Oh my.
And where can we find you, Callie?
I'm like Callie Scott on every platform.
Boom.
LIKES. You know why I'm flustered? You said this is nice, and then I was like, that my arms is nice. Anyways.
Okay.
Like Callie Scott on every platform, YouTube, Facebook, all that. And I might be on OnlyFans. So
Boom. Might be.
Selling feet pics. Watch out.
Shit get
You
hard.
can find me at IG, just Rich made that one, number 1. And this has been your Sundae Scoop.